today, it's Saturday. And we know say on Saturdays, we can call in a table the things them will happen na Sierra Leone during the week. From the last day we'll be there, this is not the thing that we pass through we on radar na Sierra network. As we be there Saturday, we'll be talk small on the Lassa fever, and we be land say them be cargo 10 people them out of the country will be get infected. And on Sunday, we be land say one part them people and they not be able for fight against the Lassa fever, and then be lost in life. On Saturday also, Naya, we be talk about the by-election will be happen now Ward 210 Nakasi. Where the result be come out, will be land for say now the person will team up for NGC now be winner. And on Sunday also, we be land say the 2019 Municipality Week, where the Freetown City Council they celebrate. The Friday before the past Sunday, then we go na mosque, but on Sunday, then we go na church, Christ Church, for go celebrate the 2019 Municipality Week. We be do a tribute where we go find a video of Dr. Wuta Nolet, where na the actual person will succumb to the Lassa fever, he lost in life. We will do a tribute for him if you want to see. What he be talk about working in Sierra Leone and things. Then there is a video on our page. You go find and And the Ministry of Health and Sanitation say they be increase the awareness level for the Lassa fever na Salon to level 1. Where then they be come out on Sunday. And we be also share the press release where they pull, where they say because of the increase in cases of Lassa fever and Tonkolili. On Monday, an interview with Laya Lawrence Lima, the Deputy Internal Minister, be do na AYV. Be the trend, and we have be bring and come na Sierra network, and the conversation was not easy. Up to now, it don't get 26,000 views, and it don't get 237 shares. And people are still commenting on that. I believe say you be don't watch them, or if you know watch them, you must know you're waiting people in the talk about that particular interview there. We will learn from EDSA, the Electricity Distribution and Supply Authority. Say by December, then go increase the tariff. Well, today when at the last day of November, they don't pull the increase. And definitely they don't increase the tariff for electricity in the entire country. On Monday, we become with one of we sister when Aisatu Kake Diallo. We become do some health matters. We will be discuss precautionary measures where people learn for take when traveling to Sierra Leone, or before you travel, and even when you don't reach Sierra Leone, waiting at the precautionary measures them where you be supposed for take. We be going at the every Thursday press briefing. We send the camera there where the Ministry of Information and Communication can do. And a day we learn say, the minister don't tell we say, there will be no price increase, and also the petroleum products na the country no go shorting. price not go increase and it not go shorten. And we read and day from Dr. Hinga Sandi. So we take him by in word. And he explain, I don't know if you get opportunity, if you don't watch him, but he explain the reason we make that small God become part the fuel in the country, but he don't say they don't sort that out. And he don't always say, I think over 3 ships they don't come. And believe say any fuel product go shorting na the market this particular festive season, or neither for say then go increase them. Last week, after the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary School, maybe don't take the oath of office, directly he begin for work. So we important last week. We not be no say na 7 days a column diaries of a minister. Each day, wetin he do, it make we know. So on Monday, the minister be visit some schools them for make you see how things they go on na den school and day. And same thing on Tuesday when I did 3. And they share with we like pictures and waiting at the explanation. If you go na share network, snradio.net, we website, everything did in. On Tuesday, we will learn say President Bio, he will return the finance bill. The 2020 finance bill, he no sign them. He be get for return them. And also, Freetown City Council, be pull a press release say they notice say smell then at the central business district area, and the cause of that smell they now due to sewage we don't overflow. Imagine outside all in top inside the city, outside then top government offices then the sewage don't overflow, and it make the place stink. And Freetown City Council be pull a press release for that. Now, will be this Saturday. We talk about the visa fee on arrival, where Uma Ufofana be reported. It say some people in the play yuki per the money where they collect, they no go give receipt. And also, then they take the money for themselves. So we talk about Anaya, Uma Ufufana self, because of Nai blow the whistle. So waiting be end up. Say the Scorpion Squad, na anti-corruption. And then say then spring into action. Then go there, they arrest 2 immigration staff. We then be mixed pada yuki day. And on Tuesday, we'll be dealing with the president. We inaugurate for sign the 2020 finance bill, and he said and go back na Parliament. Well, if you be there for that discussion, you know how it be unfold. Anti-corruption bill make we know say they indict the Kenema administrative head and the registrar for the High Court and 2 other people them. Then we don't arrest them. So then they go through all the papers for see if they're guilty or not guilty. But now they don't indict them. Day 4, diaries of a minister by the minister himself, Dr. Moinina David Senge. Himself now be asked the question. He say if he able for do all 2, or if he not able, all 2 waiting for be the Minister of Basic and Senior Secondary School, and also be the Chief Innovation Officer. So, say when they begin and the position for the minister, a lot of people be they ask questions, say, wait, so Urago can be the Chief Innovator now? Well, I answer the question. He is still in charge, and I na the chief innovator still, and also na the minister of basic and senior secondary school. Like me, if me get for ask, I don't know, because then be the PM where he be there as the and chief innovator, and now he don't go over, he carry all to the portfolio them, so then go pay him for all two, or now one pay he go get. What do you think? Now all two, the portfolio then they get for pay him for? I think that if they work all two, well, he's supposed to get paid for all two. That's how me feel. The need for audit. This na an article with Mustafa Y of Mamba TV, where he write, he say there is a need for the audit for make them open the eye good one on internal control improvement across government. He say if they not do them, it look like say it not go clear fine when uno Lara tell us when he can ready for spring and make let the public know really what he find out, he not go find. The 5 diaries of a minister. He say, and they do this for them picking them. And he be go at Tawail primary school, and they be go, and you see what in become out today. We send the camera for the Lassa fever press briefing. If you really want to know what's in at the government's own standpoint, go watch that video there, because we'll be sending the camera there. On Wednesday, we'll be dealing with Leone police. Leone police say no loud music after 10 p.m. And we will be there for that discussion day. We will know how it carry on. We will also launch the 4th quadrennial delegate conference of the International Trade Union Confederation for Africa be happen in Nigeria. And we have not be left behind, will be sent a delegate there. On Thursday, we be called Abdul M. Fatoma from Campaign for Human Rights Development International, where he became for can tell we say statistics Sierra Leone, then 244 people them, they don't begin pay them. And they don't almost pay all of them. And in the end of the day, he began for tell we say, he don't take up again Fire Force, the Sierra Leone Fire Force, where then care complain back to Chadi. That's not a new campaign where it on there on. And during that conversation, they will be the get. We began for talk about the Constitution. And now they suggestions then become for say we Nasiaya Network, if we come together, we able for sponsor a campaign, we go call for make them go back na the table for review the Constitution. Because you know say the last regime be don't begin but they not done them. They not done them, na they left am. And right now this government now almost 2 years with the council, they have not talk nothing but time. So with what we be talking now that program day, now for say if we all can able for pitching small, then we can hand over the money to Chadi and watch them as they carry out the campaign for call government attention for make they not left that Constitution, so but make them review them so that we all voice could be heard inside this particular review we then go do. So we are still waiting. I don't get a lot of people who don't tell me say let we open GoFundMe. We will try to open the GoFundMe over the weekend and make we see. Maybe we will open 2 because the last time we will be open for that school. We tag them to the one United Kingdom, and a lot of people within the United States say they're not able because the money not change. So maybe this time around we'll go open 2 GoFundMe. One for the one them way in the United Kingdom, we go able donate, and the other one, the one then at the United States, and we can share to people them for make we see say people and donate, and make we try our best we go able for sponsor Chadi so that the campaign go start as early as possible. The 6 Diaries of a Minister, Dr. Moinina David Senge. He began a library, and yanda is say inland say we still get good people them na salon. Yesterday Friday, waiting dominates Sierra Network Facebook page. Now waiting World Bank say. World Bank Executive Director say Lungi Bridge go be the greatest achievement for Sierra Leone. The conversation not be funny. It not be funny at all. Where people no one for agree say Lungi Bridge go be one of the greatest achievements for Sierra Leone. Some people they say na hypocrisy, because the greatest achievement for Sierra Leone go be basic light, water, and just the basic things them way the people they need. None are the greatest achievements rather than bridge. Well, what's in you say concerning that? The Lungi Bridge go be one of the greatest achievements for Sierra Leone, or you want for dispute that? We be also launch the drone corridor. President Bio be don't launch an salon, and this drone corridor then go to use them for supply medical supplies them na remote area them. They say especially during emergency. And in all left do, they say even in agriculture for scatter fertilizers, the drone able for do them. That conversation they back. Oh, salon. It not be easy. We be also launch the ACC Scorpion Squad. It arrest 10 staff of local partners them. Local agencies them where they partner with World Food Program. Imagine them people in there, because World Food Program not to then get for go distribute. ACC Scorpion Squad tell we say them people in there they go, then go receive things them for the people them, and only 20% now they give the people them. 80% then keep them for themselves. Diaries of a Minister. He conclude them day 7, where he say a week, a while when yes, I am ready. He don't tell you Indo ready, and he was part and he was the key to that drone corridor where we talk so just now. Yesterday, what will we talk about? Now the $15 million grant where the World Bank give Sierra Leone, we for go towards an integrated and resilient urban mobility project. Now one day we talk about flyovers, talk about new roads, talk about expanding the road them, talk about traffic lights, and then name everything what they want to do. But one thing where they make clear, say the project to them be alright, they don't care, go to IMF. If they want to change anything there again, it not get for be easy, it get for slow the process. Yesterday they began at the National Stadium. 21 artists, we take 21 stand. We be also launch Wafu na Guinea 2019, we under 20. They don't qualify for the semi-finals. 3 people they arrest them because they go thief the copper cables them na Lungi tongue. They say they dig, they uproot the cable them for go sell. Now this we can talk now. The thing where they benefit the township of itself. Now people and they go dig. We just hope say the law go bet them good one. So that other people go get freed for do that next time. We'll be share a video where partnership to save humanity be visit Bo City. And the Honorable Kande Yumkela in WEF now him be help for champion that. Just like as I said just now, EDSA, they don't increase the tariff effective tomorrow, the 1st of December. These are the things them we pass through Sierra Network for this past week. You know how we can do them. Maybe some of them things here are laying at table, you be one for contribute, but you not be get time, you not be get chance. Or something, other thing they will pass over your radar, we not laying at table. But this is not the time where you go get opportunity for we can discuss about them. So I open the phone line. Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and who side you call from?
Ramina Usfra, they call from Manchester, sir.
Yes, Usfra, and you get the platform, sir.
Well, the thing, just want to pick up from that Lassa fever area and give a bit of discussion over that one day and with some other area about that travel. In the first place, the idea what me don't get from the past years where I been on this alone, Alana School of Nursing, this Lassa fever, basically, now sickness, when you look at the early 1969, I think say 92 nurses them, one are missionary nurses, then die of this inside Nigeria. So when them get for can die, I think say the area where them die, now the town where them they actually call Lassa, now a village where they call Lassa, now Borno State in Nigeria. That's where they call the name Lassa, just like Ebola, where they call them Ebola because of the river na Congo. But based on the Lassa fever in 1969, but again, when we trace into 1950s, just imagine 1950s was the first time when they trace Lassa fever in Sierra Leone, West Africa. And when they discovered and around, they say, Kenema, in those days, up to April, I think, in the early 1990s, when one Mr. Aniru Sahib Conte, he go study medicine in Nigeria, in Borno State, one of the universities. When he go study this course, he was a physician, he come back in Sierra Leone. And when he come to Sierra Leone, he can open a place na Segwema. And this Segwema we can open na program na been for collaborate between the disease itself, where they say CDC, na Nixon Hospital na Segwema. This Mr. Conte, Dr. Conte, he do them for years and years and years. Up to 2004, where he died. But during this period where he been the work, he been managed for UK, na Britain. He can manage get a charity we then call Malin. This Malin, I remember them, they go around, they try for sensitize, they kill a rata them between that Injala, Segwema, Kenema, up to a time where he been eradicate the sickness. He helped for the sickness. Till the sickness begin to cut. But the most unfortunate thing where can happen when in 1991, where the war started 1990. In 1991, there was no way. So what happened, Dr. Conte then closed this program na Segwema. Now you get for move na Kenema. Kenema na they come at the government hospital. the few years there now, till 2014, it's still been desensitized people them all along for this Lassa fever. They reduce the disease, then they treat them with this medicine they call ribavirin. Up to now the treatment for Lassa fever. Now the only virus disease, because now rather than the cause, and now the only virus disease wouldn't be able to get in treatment at a very early stage. So, but the world can't stop this program, but yes, still go open a clinic in Kenema. He open I begin to run unfortunately, now somebody said in the treat, the needle way go use, now he can't trick your finger. Now he died 2004, which is not even a long time ago. But as I can always say, the problem where we get in most developing countries, an area of follow-up, an area where they go push, an area where they go they look what thing be they happen, an area who will look why people and they get this sickness, where they go say, well, if this man don't die, why will not go continue with this charity? Let them go continue. The war done in the early 2000s or whatever, then nobody no able forever church that side again. I remember one time I discussed about that one day, now we be asking me about nurses. I said this Lassa fever and other program. They go to the mosquito themselves. Now 3 programs they run a salon. The mosquito program, the Lassa fever, then that onko in the that Marampa, that river, that Roquel River, for eradicate them totally. But the problem, there is nothing within the follow-up of us say, well, who done this? Let's look into the history of things. Let we embark on these things. You see? So, but again, the only last thing I want for through Naya now, I want to actually look at the causes of this disease, the Magburka, because the population. They say now overpopulation, and Magburka overpopulate too much. When you look at people that go dig diamond, they try for dig gold in that area, these are all the factors we don't get for look into. But I want let government remember back, say this program been day when a charity with them they call Malin, what in a UK na. If they're able to talk to them back, let them go able for go, then continue where Dr. Conte be done left, let them go continue from there. So that I no go left this sickness, the legacy a new thing. It was from the 1950s, calculate up to now. In a sickness will be done day. Now they then be done discover, and why then those they wait last minute, begin to sensitize people but there is a treatment for them, which is the fortunate thing, when a ribavirin. But then they try for see if that one they go effective in this generation whole day, if they go get a new one now. But let government they think about it for see how they go able for look into those areas, society, those notes, those papers, whatever they go look into, and then they expound them. They not just throw them away. But there was somebody who a Dr. Conte who be done the TNAP for this TRN and this sickness that ain't been killer. So let them go think about it. Let them go take like a relay, take the baton from there. That might help. That might help Sierra Leone. And my own contribution that one day towards that area. Thank you very much for giving me the platform.
All right. Thank you very much, Usman. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much. God bless you. Yeah.
Yes, caller, you did live on here. You name and who the call from?
Yeah, this is not Ayo. They call from US.
You get the platform, Ayo.
Yeah, the first thing I want to deal with is this awareness program. We essentially they talk about just now for make the people then be aware of these sicknesses and type of disease and things when they happen. I think say them for the do them constantly. They're not supposed to wait until these things happen, then begin for telling people are waiting for do or waiting not for do. You know, I think that something then need them for the do on a maybe weekly or daily basis based on the illiteracy rate of the country. You know, they use the government media like the SLBS or SLBC, and then radio them for do constant reminder to the people that this is what you're supposed to do for so and so types of illnesses and things, you know. That one they go and then become ingrained in the people their head. But the only way to when the things happen, you know, it don't make any sense to me. And secondly, this question probably the answer for these chiefs that are in parliament. Are they being paid as chiefs and as member of parliament as well?
I think then they pay them as member of parliament. I don't know no more if then they take money again, a double one for chief. I think we will get for find out about that.
Yeah, but what thing they do in our parliament anyway? Aren't they supposed to be in their chiefdoms to make sure, say, the chiefdom they run smoothly to help with development and things? They're supposed to be apolitical.
Yes, even when in the parliament, and supposed to be not mixed by any politics, but then be say them bring then they come so that then self go know say now so and so they carry on where they can able for the disseminate then thing and they to the company chief right across the country. So I mean a representative now then can send it.
They get representatives they represent the constituencies they rule over. So they're supposed to be like ceremonial head in the areas them to make sure say development that take place for the people getting into politics and not making any sense to me. It's supposed to be apolitical. Stay in their regions then and try to make work for the people. You know, so, but when they kind of parliament now, and they drop the activities that they're supposed to do in their chief job and can get involved in politics and left development and unattended to. That's the way I see it. This other thing to do with this bridge where World Bank they talk say yes now it will be a great achievement for Salon. Of course it is, but not to then go determine waiting Salon for do or not for do. Now we know what in our own problems then. We have problems then in the everyday problem with the people in the face right now. Like that then for address. You know, when they go for them money and to these people here now, they then kind of programs and they go to them and say, oh, now this we need urgently. You know, on a help will fix water problem, on a help will fix light problem, on a help will fix in the hospital where people then they suffer. You know, these elaborate things like bridges and things, if you don't get the basic things for people in order, then you can think about those things then. You know, if you build a bridge, then you need electricity. You don't live on a dark, like you talk about the toll road, where lights not there. You know, we need to let people know say what in our own priority now with me, not to what in we tell we for do. You know, we need to tell them what we want. You know, if they're able to help us, okay, let them help we. But if they're able to help we, let them know they can insist on this will for do, and that will for do. You know, in terms of developing our own country. You know, they don't want to develop. Because they don't say if we develop in trust we chase them, so they come with these things then will be very difficult for us to achieve. You know? Because if we take care of the basic stuff then we know say that it carries us a very long way to get to where we want to go. Once the people get enough food and at lower cost and other things at lower cost, you know, fight to bring down the dollars. They don't say they achieve stuff. They don't want to achieve them things today. They prefer for us to be in turmoil. So we just go normal and we accept whatever they give it. We with that kind we say, yeah, then we all jump say, hey, this is not a good idea. Not a good idea. We need to tell them what we want, what we want to do for us. We know what's our own problem. You know, that's the way I see it. That's my take now.
All right, thank you very much, Ayo. Thank you, sir. On that note, waiting Ayo they talk so. Based on waiting people in comment on this particular issue about IMF saying if the bridge bill it will be one of the greatest achievements for Sierra Leone. Then the one that we counter, we not agree with that statement today. The main thing that we then see. Then say the greatest, what thing will be the greatest achievement for Sierra Leone now for provide the basic needs them. Now we will get light, we get water. Now it will be the greatest achievement. One person we comment now the comment section, he say because other person they try for say something different. I say make it take into consideration them mama then with the weekend picking 2 o'clock morning for go find water. He say make it take into consideration them picking in the if that particular thing they like water for make we get them, if that no go be a really great achievement for Sierra Leone. Yes, caller, you live on here. You name and who side the call from, please.
Thank you very much. I'm Patrick Sakura, call from Germany.
Yes, the Wolf Catcher, you get the platform.
I just want to start with last caller. You know, we talk about the Lungi Bridge. I believe this thing, I think we've been on that just now once and for all. The people that are in the car with the money, you understand? One thing, then build the bridge, we get a big advantage, or they not build the bridge. Not only they spend the money, we know they put 1 cent a day, you know. All we need to do, we government need to do right now for how to create ways and means how then we will get the larger population of Sierra Leone for let them get employed in this project. You know, at once, you know, I can just sit on and wonder, we politicians and are just like the people, we the people, and most of we the people just like the politicians, you know. All man they talk on own interest. Let we just be neutral and we think positive. We will see things the same way, not 100% the same way, because we are different individuals. We have to see things differently. But when we talk of good, let we able to identify these things as good. You understand? Let evil be evil. This now, somebody they come, okay, I get money, I want bill, I want help for out light now. So you know, get like to say no. Knock out light. What you want for make out now for count? We cannot detect. He who has the money has the power. You see, so don't just forget about that. All we need for do right now for we government try for train people them. We will be able to be self-sufficient for. Contractors or let's say workers, hand workers. Let them even talk something. You know, we salon people that we can start something. We know how for start, but for end. Even if you look with football. We dey miss mistake, you understand? We go play Nigeria. Hey God, we don't miss Salon, we miss Bongo, we play fine, we not play fine. What is the intention? What is the aim there? You just forget a goal. If you don't get a dream, you cannot achieve anything. You dream, now you get for target. If you don't achieve and then you lost, no matter how close you get to it, you know. So what thing that we dream right now for let Salon, we revive. Now we come up. And all the thing that it take for let Salon revive, now we try we employ them. You know, then they build a bridge. If they build a bridge, one thing don't it creates it break a big difference. You know, it don't whether not toll gate or whether not OTSF, whether not this one and that, the structure is there. They're not going to take care again then can go. So long anybody will try to criticize that. Well, I'm not gonna say I know past everybody. You know, and also what in I want to comment about like the previous things and we don't discuss on here like a minister or like the that of education, you know. I believe say the Minister of Education, like we been say so okay, get occupied 2 offices. If they go pay them, make them pay them, and then 2 offices, and then because we have to identify things by their name. Is paid, is paid. You know, they have to pay the man. If he except he say okay, one for offer community service, you know, this is it. Sierra Leone, we as a citizens, may we try for come together, let we forget about negative things and we focus on things that will develop the countries. You know, throughout the week, many things that don't happen many things that don't happen where we don't discuss on the Lassa fever, where this man don't talk about. It don't give also a great history about how this Lassa fever became because Mr. Fabian said Lassa fever are from animals and they get them, but we can know the cause, we can know the disease, but the cause towards the disease. Like we the Sierra Leoneans, we know something, but how actually for implement this thing or how actually for cure these things. No try for take the root cause of something. And say what am I not look aside for no? Look aside buckle your foot. No try for take the root cause of any problem we will solve. Light no day right now. You know, water no day. Yes. All the thing and they for say this man will say okay for car would like this, that Nobody know where we go take like try not to ship the previous government been car with this government back don't come, them back depend on ship. May we try for get we own resources. We get Minister of Education, Science and Technology. We get people that we know actually how they for create anything and they let them educate with people them how to let us have ours. Let we begin from the grassroots. Let we sacrifice. Remember, people, I don't talk this here. I say we need to sacrifice. And from the top to down, we need to sacrifice. Then top salary, they already pay them and they don't deserve it. If the people don't have food on the table, if the people don't have good electricity, you as Minister of Energy and Power, if you know they will provide them, you don't need these things. You have as Minister of Education, if you know they will provide quality education, you don't need those salaries. You don't deserve them. You as Minister of Agriculture, if you cannot use your department to create job for the people, you don't deserve that those salaries and all those facilities. This is what we have to know. And the citizens of this country, we have to stand and fight for our rights. These are our rights. We don't owe them. They owe us. The government owe us. They need to protect our fundamental human rights, and they need to provide everything we need. If they're able, let them do it. If they're not able, let them leave the office for other people. The future is here. We are no longer the future leader of tomorrow, but we are the leaders of today. The future is here. This is what this government have to put. Thank you very much. Let me leave this for the platform for other people.
All right. Thank you very much, Patrick. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, caller, you live on air. Your name and inside the call from.
Hello, Triple A.
Yes, you're there on air. Your name and inside the call from.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. I want you to make you add me to for the donation.
Okay, we go do that.
Okay. Send me the information and everything.
All right.
I don't learn today. Like you always say, you're never too old. I mean, this Lassa fever, the first caller, the way we explain, I mean, this is amazing. And I hope the government will look into this, maybe they do something about that. Okay. And I mean, Salon really not to a country where it will be poor because we have so much resources, but it's like a cost. For over the years, that they allow people that they can't take them. Why the citizens of the country that they suffer. So I hope now everything is a day out. I mean, people like you, okay, your crews, like I thank you very much. Okay, God will bless you for the bring everything into the open. Now it's like everything is like in the palm of everybody's hand. Wherever you are, you know what did go on in your country, and I'm very happy. I mean, people like us, we want to go back. Okay. And all of these things, I hope, whatever they do for the country, people that go for invest, I hope for this time, our leaders, they will do the right thing. Really. It's a beautiful country. So I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Adama. Thank you.
Okay, yes. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yes, caller, you live on here. Your name and inside the call from?
Hi, good evening. This is Nisa too from New York.
Yes, I said to get a platform.
Okay. First, I want to start by congratulating Abdul and Fatoma for the good job we do for ensure say them people will be the Okna statistics, Sierra Leone, what then go through, but giving them the ultimatum, he really fought hard. It shows say, now a man way he say they do something, then they do it, and then in team there. And for sure say them wouldn't get paid, and because they say almost everybody would hope say the rest of them will not get them paid, let themselves get them paid, moving forward, that we hope say this like not repeat itself again at the history of Sierra Leone, because really we're passing the work. You expect to get paid. If you get for terminate the person, you get for get a good reason for why you did do that, and the way they've been treated be not fair. But I guess then just get for take everything in a good faith and move forward towards that. Then in terms of the money, what I'm being said and the 50 million for make roads and stuff. I know people they talk about different ideas, but really what you need. Think of like for beginning to pay people them for their houses then, and then the money they go so fast. So I think it really, which you've been bring up also, it makes sense to let them build a shopping center where everybody wants to shop. You go there, So they decrease congestion, and now I know they see overseas and get malls then every places, because not everybody will go even a street for themselves. And if we can cut down on that or even eliminate that as a whole, it will really help. Then I'm going to yes, it concerns, say, really you for focus on the basic fundamental things that we'll need as our light, water, sanitation. Of course, those are like needed things that we really need in our country day. But law also reject the idea, say the Lungi Bridge, not to the priority. Yeah, it may not be the priority, but it could be a beneficial thing to the country. It will create jobs. It will make people that congestion would always cry about in a Freetown. It will probably come down because people will not go afraid for go na Lungi for put up a structure there. That now one thing where I really feel say hopefully, then find somebody who will really invest in it and really bring that to light. Salon, we need that. We don't need cry for that for the last over 50 years, and then really it's a big deal. And going back to the Lassa fever, when we mentioned last Saturday and mentioned Monday, it all turned back to that basic, personal hygiene, in terms of, making sure we take something, we already know these come from a rat, feces and urine, make sure so you wash anything where you touch, we get for use. You don't put your pan and cover, you don't know if na rat go past there, you don't know that. So you need for wash down there. And then if you develop any symptoms, we don't mention the symptoms, the fever, the bleeding, the GI symptoms. We don't go into that in depth Monday, which we're not going to do today. But we definitely encourage, the people in our salon, if they come in cross with any of their symptoms, let them not sit on our house. Let them go see a healthcare provider. Like they already don't see, they will give a prophylaxis, a prevention, treatment. We will help eliminate the symptoms, or so that you go end up for, be very sick that you could be hospitalized, because when you hospitalize, you risk and your chances for survive is very, the chances for survive is very limited, but then, the risk is too high. So really, I feel say, Lord, take a listen. And I agree with the idea that then for continuously sensitize the community, then forget public health, nurses, practitioners who will go around and educate the public about what they go on. Therefore, be a health briefing on a weekly basis. So I really hope everybody will take them very seriously, and we hope that Salon will rise to where we all want Salon to be. That's my own contribution, AAA. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Aissatou. Thank you.
Okay.
Lassa fever. I might be wrong, but I want to feel say this week we done so. Ministry of Health and Sanitation, the sensitization, me I not see. Now make I say I might be wrong, but I not see him. Make we out Usman Toli, and go can lock the domot for me. Yes, Usman Toli, you get the platform, sir.
Oh, thank you very much, AAA, and thanks to all the callers. They make some excellent points, and I know we just want to go over the points them we raise, but I will bring in something fresh, and I will look at the topics that we dominate the media this week and last week. I will just want to light on them, and one of the most popular topic for this week and as well as last week, now this corruption at Parliament. And I remember that was, I think, on Wednesday or Tuesday, they raised this issue about corruption at Parliament, and one of the callers then actually expressed no opinion on this. He was really upset. He said, why would they try for put down Parliament? Why would we try for put down Parliament? After all, this Parliament is one of the most transparent, one of the most democratic parliaments in the country. So, another area there I want to look at quickly. The first point what they try for make here is this. We Sierra Leoneans, we the mass system, we therefore involved in the implementation process. We therefore involved in the enforcement. We therefore ask the parliamentarians them for letting give account of whatever really happen in that country today. So for call on the parliamentarians for giving an account of some allegations and counter allegations, no means say we try for put down parliament. We just want to know from these allegations and counter allegations if not true or not. And we know say there are bodies we're responsible for bringing parliament into question. I want you all understand this. First of all, kudos to we parliament. Kudos to the present regime, the governance system, because it make the democracy become open at the moment. We give the people them, then they give you a chance to take part in the discussion, which is very democratic in some way. But that is not to say we're not going to put or we're not going to bring the parliament into question. We're not going to ask them for give an account. Basically, what they try for talk now is this. We don't see two parliamentarians then. Then they make allegations and counter allegations. Then they say, this corrupt. Then they say that corrupt. I think say this erases a suspicion to we the citizens then. Now that make we call the ACC, when are the body, the right body, we're responsible for question and bring these people into account. So questioning these people no means say at this point in time, they not found them guilty of being corrupt. But as a matter of fact, the AACC supposed for calling mania question him because these are allegations and counter allegations where they don't make now parliament where now the most important body organ of the state. Don't forget, this is the most important organ and that they represent you. So if claims are not come out, allegations are not come out from this parliament, it is the responsibility of the ACC for call on them people for can question them and for try to find out whether these allegations are true or not. Until they do them here, we might not go free up for say whether these allegations are true or not. If the ACC fail for do this, then the ACC is doomed to fail. Especially the nature of criticisms by which the ACC don't receive over the way in which they conduct their duties. Because people when they talk say they know they conduct their duties on equal grounds, on equal fields. That they get certain people where they go against and then favor certain people when are part of their own political party. So this is why we wonder the ACC, and we pray God let ACC hear this. ACC therefore act on this matter. We want an equal playing field. We want for let them investigate them mania. We are not saying that Parliament corrupt, but we want for let them bring them people here into justice. We want to know whether these allegations are true or false. That's all we are asking for. Then the other thing again about Alima, he attempt for label the Tawa and Paran case as anti-party activity. I don't understand who side they come out. I don't understand who side they come out because, to be honest with you, we all talk against Parliament. We're not talking about the SLPP party. We talk about Parliament. We talk about the Parliament being corrupt. And we only talk about the trend at which these allegations may come up. So in a situation whose side the national interest supersedes party interest, as we say, the national interest can force. You know what I say, because Tawa they see things to go wrong, whether it's right or let's assume that they ask questions. Yeah? But in that parliament day, just like any other parliamentarian for bring for question things the way they go on. It don't mean say way question things the way they go on, so the anti-party activity. I don't know how this man interpret, and in a lawyer, interpreting the law an important aspect of being a successful lawyer. So I don't know who should input this interpretation. This man they represent in a parliament. Yeah? It don't mean say we cross-criticize or make criticisms against certain issues that they happen at parliament, you don't perform anti-party activity. No. You just try for speak to the best of your ability, for let's be honest, and show the nation say, now this line they go on at the state. I mean, if they're not satisfied, they get rights for press release and other things. But that not mean say the man involved in anti-party activity. So I don't know how Lima they interpret laws them. Maybe they get problem with the exams. I don't want to go into that much. Anyway, the other issue again what I want to bring into light about this basic and senior education minister when Dr. Senge, it's not a good thing. I can quite remember where I've been to do one of the analysis now. Yeah, I recommend say the best start for them and for let it start the kind of consultation, visit, let it get an idea, basic idea of how the schools that they run. And exactly now they start so. Go not only in Freetown, I expect from Siam, you go to the province system, go visit the school system, try to get question the people them, try to understand the problems them from the bottom roots, from the grassroots level, try to understand what are the problems of the people that they face. Yeah? And this is exactly what we need to try to talk about. Where we need to question the government in terms of quality. That the first step where government belongs for don't do, now for try to take this thing step by step. However, it's not still too late. If this man start by consultation, they go to the primary school, we go to the secondary school, they go to the libraries then, they try to get the bottom aspect of the challenges them way the schools that they face, I think is the right approach. Before you always start the problem from the bottom, then you go right up. I think that's the correct approach. And the fact that they say it double as the director of innovation, of science, technology and innovation, I think that will likely be a temporary role for him. But I think the main role here, I think, will be that Minister of Basic and Senior Education. Because don't forget, then two roles here, they are quite challenging. Then put her at the Minister of Senior, Basic and Senior Education because then we say he is the right man and that is capable to handle the particular ministry there. And it's quite challenging because that's the flagship program. But what he also, I want we all know, this Directorate for Science and Technology, innovation and technology, is also an important aspect. Because the government, they look at digitalizing the economy, digitalizing governance, and digitalizing identity. These are big challenges. You need a lot of research and development. You get a lot of challenges. You need a lot of innovation. I feel at this point in time, most likely the government is struggle to get somebody who will replace this man, that directorate thing. Maybe that is why he did it first on a temporary basis, while they look for somebody who is competent, a seasoned, competent innovator for take over that directorate thing. Because it's quite challenging, considering all the technology we want to bring into light. Remember the blockchain, where they be planted and we introduce them by the end of this year, is an important aspect of the innovation process for digitalize the identity. And then they will bring massive change in that country. We don't see innovation at the governance in terms of MP apps, all anything that they happen. So we need a special person where not go double task. Very important sectors in the Ministry of Education as well as that of the innovation and technology. Okay, moving on. One of the important points where I want to bring about this Lungi Bridge is that I don't say most other callers they don't talk about this. You're right. Basic needs not always come first in any country. Your food, your light, your shelter, those are the basic needs. And therefore but also where government and the plan, they get what we call the short-term plan, you get what you call the medium plan, and you get the long-term plan. Yeah? We know say the basic needs are still there. Still they're not solved the water, food, electricity. Yeah? Then here it bring about growth. But however, that don't mean say they're not for plan again for the medium and long term. Yeah? As long as the government, the point one they're making, as long as the government they work towards assembling the basic needs, they stop again also for work on the medium long term plans. They are not mutually exclusive. Why should they do this? It will still do this. The question is, we will ask always the government, why don't they bring them projects here on the floor? Are they also working on our basic needs? As they claim, say they need to work on the water, they need to work on the electricity, they need to work on the food, bread and butter issues. Are they working on this? Because don't forget, some of them projects here, they get what they call spillover effect. If they bring and come, then it will lead to something else. Sometimes it will bring jobs, and jobs that are bread and butter issue. Yeah, the media bridge it will bring about jobs, and jobs are part of the bread and butter issue. Because if you get a job, you will look after yourself. Basically, that's what we try to talk. And the way how they design the entire media bridge is based on the financial modeling when I use it off budget. So they give it too much burden in terms of the budget to get. So in as much as I agree with people are waiting in the cry for talk, that we basic needs now come first. But what I want to emphasize to everybody, the question where we need to ask the government is, are they actually working on our basic needs? Why else they work on this? If they work on the basic needs, as when they talk, in terms of agriculture, in terms of investment opportunities, they come out of the country, in terms of whether they talk about the light system, and they talk about water, are they really working on it? If they are, then they don't represent about project. Because all these things are not as mutually exclusive. They all work together. Sometimes the Lungi Bridge will bring opportunities for enhance the basic needs. Now, so government work. We just say because this not there, I don't know more for focus. The other thing you get for prioritize. And they could ask for prioritize, but that don't mean say enough for other things. And to a very large extent, when you perform a risk analysis on what the Lungi Bridge they're all about, I think the risk is more to the investor than to the people of Sierra Leone. This is why I think the government, they get a problem with investors. The trouble is, imagine you being an investor. They say the project will start from start to finish. Now you get for the financial. Now you money no way they put. And it's a big risk. They get anything from the start to the end. Nothing, they get. And this is a huge amount of money. $2 billion is a lot. So you invest it from start to finish, from the point where they create jobs, all that. Now you get to provide everything of the country budget. Now you the provider. So you tell me, it's a risky thing. It's good. It's a good venture for Sierra Leone. But the problem we'll get, what we'll pray for, we will get investors them way ready for take such a risky venture. Now that's how they are. Because you get a lot of advantages there when they look at. Especially when you can consider the financial modeling we they use. Off balance sheet. And also they get some anchor projecting around them. We are not going to go into detail much. But overall, I think say the Lungi Bridge is a good one. Provided, and I repeat, provided the government they work on with basic needs as in the claim. Make sure the agricultural sector, which is the important sector right now, they look forward for diversify, continue for renegotiate on the mineral sector. Yeah? And before I left AAA, just to make this point clear, the trouble where we get with the parliament, why we so much concerned about parliament. Parliament, as I continue for saying, are the most important institution at the state. If you see we get things wrong in our parliament, all what they do, they go wrong. If you see we get high level of corruption at parliament, all what they do is anti-corruption and everything, they go wrong. Parliament, then some of the laws that were in passed today, then they affect you so. Think about this mining sector. Most of them project here, then contract here, where non council. Now they mean maintenance here. Then sign bad contracted. Imagine if they were prudent, in the way in which they do things in parliament. Not for they get them problems that we get right now. When they see mining contract, they only close. They only cancel. They only suspend all them here. Because parliament not going to do the correct thing. If they do the correct things, all them here all they talk to, enough for the happen. And today, because of the difficulty we'll get for diversify the economy, now we get this bread and butter issue problem. Because all them here emanate from the fact they get the foreign exchange we want. Now in the cost of the exchange rate. All the problem where they liberal because one, the mineral sector will struggle and we know they do well right now in terms of the agricultural sector, also for export, for forex, all that they do well, tourism, they do well. So now they could struggle right now. If all the issues here and try to put them in place, I'm sure all these bread and butter issues will become a thing of the past. Those are the issues we will get for try. So Lord try get parliament right. We'll get parliament right, everything will go fine for we. We'll get parliament wrong, things will never go the way we want them. Trust me. Because parliament, as I say, now the important institution of the state. Most powerful of all. Signing of international treaties, oversight duties, making the laws, representing we, all things are ready to come out. So now this is what I want to contribute today. Thank you very much. Now this is what I want to put on the table. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Usman Toli. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Well, Usman Toli don't lock the door for we. We all know how we can do them. Now how we go in today on broadcast. What to make with it there? And just the best we want for Salon. I make not a political party. A Sierra Leone party. When everything go right, you will get less calls from people within us alone for cry for help. But we can get there. We not go set much, we will still urge the people them within in charge. For say, we self open the Oju wide one, like mountain fat foot, make we see how things they go. till we meet again on Monday. Tripoli say, tata.